All right. Oh, there's these guys here. I want to see you guys. There we are. All right. Hi, Carol. You came back. Hi, Patty. It's nice to see you. Barb Virtue's back. Nice to see everybody. Yeah, you got me again. It's Friday and everybody's going, I don't want to do Facebook. And since I was here in the studio with the hand embroidery class, I went, yeah, okay, we'll just segue over to our Facebook folks. So what's going on these days? Not back with a cup of tea. Yes, it is tea time. We used to have two dogs, and they knew the words. When I said tea time, they sat down immediately because they would get a cookie when I stopped for tea in the afternoon. It was really cute. But yeah, so today we had our Kimberbell event. I think it started about 10 till 1. This afternoon we had our hand embroidery class. Coming up tomorrow, Chelsea tells me, is the Maui Glam Bag. So if you have registered for that class, don't forget to join us. And oh, lovely, Anne sent an email. Yes. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see that early next week, Anne, because being Friday, a lot of the office folks are heading out for the weekend, but I'll look forward to it. I love to hear from everybody. So, yeah, tomorrow's Maui Glam Bag. If you've registered for that, you can join us bright and early and glam up your little purses that way. So what do I have to talk to you about today? Not a whole lot really exciting, except something that I discovered. And if you were in the hand embroidery class, you've seen the fabric line that is sitting behind me. It's fairly new in. It's called You Are Loved. And what you can see kind of stood up behind me there, some of the coordinates, but I particularly wanted to show everybody these guys. So you know that a lot of these lines come with panels. So this is one of the panels. We're going to open this out like that. Now, we'll see what cameras are going to work on it. That's pretty good there. So this is like most quilt panels. Comes with a small image. You can see the size. I'll put my hand on it there. So 3 small images there. A large panel. Let's not make everybody dizzy, but we'll move you back a little bit. There we go. A large panel. This just looks like my drive home. Bunny rabbits and llamas. And then, of course, the top, 3 more little images there to work with. So sweet to build a little baby quilt for that special new someone. But the one that I'm going to work with, and this is how we sort of tied it. Every time I see fabric like this with the soft images, I want to embroider it. So I have this one panel. It has a wee flaw down at the edge, so we can't sell it. So this is going home with me this weekend. Yeah, I have homework if I feel like it, and I'm going to do some embroidery on these little panels, and then we're going to make this into, you can see this book belongs to You Are Loved. I'm going to make this into a fabric book for a special little someone. I like to do things like this because it helps to give people some ideas of how to use some of these fabrics that are printed in ways that we don't we don't always know what we're going to do with them. The ones that I find challenging are the stripes. So lots of little pages in this book. And each panel, of course, is going to include instructions on how to piece it together. I'm quite looking forward to this. So hopefully come next week, I'll be able to show you some of the results of embroidering on a pre-printed panel. So I just think it is one of the cutest little lines. It's not for me. It's I'm in between the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren stage, but it's just so soft and so lovable that I think it really needs highlighting. So that is the book panel, and that's the exciting part. That's the quilt panel. Pop you back up here so that I can hold some of these others up. This is the one that I think personally I would find a little more challenging. This one is a stripe. And I'm going to do a little bit of research on how to use fabric with stripes printed on it like that, because the pictures are so cute. That's that one right at the top there. It just looks like a little line of old movie film or something. But that could easily be cut. Some of these images right here, the one at the top there, that's going to be a gorgeous little inset in your quilt. It's great when the fabric companies have these, everything coordinates, you don't have to work too hard. Here's the other panel. This is a little more traditional to what we're used to. We have just the blocks that we can work into our quilt. So you can use it as is, and I've seen that done. Or you can cut it up and do all kinds of piecing around it if you want to make a larger quilt. But that little llama is so special, and it just, yeah, Patty, you're right. It would make a cute skirt. I think I'm going to have to point this one out to Leah. She still has little girls that she makes dresses for. So that would be a very cute little outfit. And this panel, of course, they always put the little extras along the bottom. Let's pop you over here. See those butterflies. So once you've cut apart the images, you have the little strip along the bottom of the butterflies. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images on this particular panel. So you could do 6 quilt blocks. You could do pillows. You could take something like that, piece around it to the right scale, and make a pillowcase, a full-size pillowcase on that one. And suggesting a 60-degree ruler, that is quite often what striped fabrics are used with, is that 60-degree ruler, because then it gives you that sort of almost circular effect. But I'm sure there's got to be other things that you can do. So there's Mr. Lamb. He says joy underneath here. So there's the whole line of fabric that you would be able to do. What if you had to do a nursery? Now I know in today's world, some of our young moms don't want to get particularly pink and blue and that sort of thing. A lot of times the quilts that I'm seeing are done in shades of grays. Well, these little guys, even though it has the pink border, these little images are primarily a sort of a gray-green background, a hint of a really dusky pink. Here is one of the coordinates for that. So it's a very soft, what we like to call grayish around here. It's got a few kind of leafy effects on it. So I think if you had to do a whole nursery ensemble, this would be a great line to do it in, because you could mix in the grays, the soft colors, pinks, or if you separated these guys, took the pink out of there, you could easily mix it with a very soft green. If you were concerned about, well, we're not sure if it's going to be a boy or a girl. So lots and lots of flexibility in this line. And I have a feeling it's not going to last too long, because once people see it, what else do I want to show you? I want to show you some of the other little coordinates. This one, maybe you do want to go pretty in pink. Little bunnies all over this sky. I can just see that as maybe a little child's dress, maybe just a little bib. That is adorable, those little bunny rabbits. And there's some of the blues here. And of course, rabbits have to have, poor Chelsea. Chelsea builds these beautiful displays, and I go and take them all apart. And there's the carrots that go with Mr. Rabbit. There we are. Pop blue on. So even if you weren't working with this particular line, even something like this, there's lots and lots of possibilities for it. But I just had to show people this great stuff, and in particular, the little book like that. And I am definitely going to do up a little sample out of this. And I encourage you to pick up a panel. One panel's not expensive. See what you can do. I know some of you folks are doing the hand embroidery class. Maybe you like to do machine embroidery. Maybe you like to do free motion quilting. Something like this is a great way, a small project, to practice those types of skills. So that's what I have for you today. It's Friday. We're all kind of running down. But there it is. I'll just put that out there. And that's what we titled today. The whole fabric line, You Are Loved. And we do. We love you all. We're just glad you stick with us and keep coming into the store to find out what's new and lovely and spring-like. This just reminds me of spring. So that's what we have for you today. Everybody can put their feet up, enjoy the weekend, and we're going to have to scare up a few new faces to do Facebook. I'm sure you're all tired of looking at the same faces these days. It's nice to have our 2 for Tuesdays. Chelsea and Adeline doing a great take on things. Nice to have the young people involved as well. And Carol was telling me in the embroidery class that she's gotten a little one in her family started on some hand stitching. So I think that's great. Involve everybody. Don't be afraid to involve some of the men in your life. Running the long arms, I see a lot of men who are interested and maybe just don't quite know how to express that interest in it without somebody raising an eyebrow at them. But tell them to toughen up. It's a field of endeavor that can involve everybody. So I love this collection too, Anne, and I'm lucky that I get to play on company time with it. So, yeah, it's a great collection. It's called You Are Loved, and it is by, I should read the selvage here. Let me see. You Are Loved by Dawn Rosengren of Little Love Farm for Henry Glass Fabrics. So you know it's good quality and it's got a great feel to it. So by all means, indulge. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. And I will be back with you sometime next week, I'm pretty sure. I think Leah's back next week, so I'm sure she's going to fill you all in on her week off and all the wonderful things she did. Get out there, plant your seeds. It's that time of year. And take care and have a great time. Thanks for joining.